Hi, my name is Raymond Stapleton with DragonBlogger.com, and I would like to talk to you just for a moment about a game. It's made by a company named XREAL, and the game is called Fortress Fury. Now, XREAL has asked us to review their product and to mention that they are currently in the middle of a crowdfunding campaign. You can find out more about their startup and their crowdfunding information at a company or a website called startengine.com, and when you go there, it will tell you that you go to startup or /startup /xreal, and from there you can see all the information, their campaign, who they are, what their vision and mission statement is for their product, and a little bit about what they feel is important in the gaming industry. From what I have seen, they seem to be doing an excellent job, and they can certainly use any assistance that anybody might want to give them. They have taken this company from bankruptcy and turned it into a $2 billion investment. And that's not bad in a very, very short period of time. Now, the game that we're going to be playing is Fortress Fury. You can download it for Android. You can download it for Apple products. It's a pretty good game from what I'm seeing so far. And you'll have to give me a moment. I'm going to turn down the audio for myself. Y'all won't hear it on the video here, but I can hear it in my ears here. What we have when we first start up the game, and when you first start it up, you're going to have where you're going to be asked to do a tutorial. Basically, just go through the steps. It'll introduce the game to you. It seems to be pretty easy to catch on with. Once you've gotten into the game, you'll be presented with a basic castle or basic tower, whatever you want to call this fortress, and you can add on to it as you see fit. If you wish, you can load a blank one. But a blank one, you'll have absolutely nothing on your screen except for the pretty background. Now, the first thing you're going to want to look at is where you're going to place your core. The core is basically the heart of your fortress. If your core is destroyed, your fortress is gone. You can choose to disguise your core. You're going to see your core when you're looking at the screen, but your enemy's not going to know where the core is. So your core doesn't have to be down there at the bottom. Once you have your core in place, you can choose to add various elements to protect your core. Now, when I first started thinking about this, I thought I'll put the wood first, then the brick, and later on I ended up crafting some copper, and we'll talk about crafting in a moment. But I thought, you know what? If the core is the most important part of my castle or fortress, then perhaps I should protect it with whatever the most durable and lasting element is that I have. Notice every time that I press on one of these squares and place something, then up at the very top up there in the center, right now it says 105 of 350. I can only have a certain number of items on the screen at a time. Once I have added all those items, I have no more items available to place. Now, if I do this right, I'm supposed to be able to grab hold and actually draw and fill in by simply holding down my finger on the screen, or in this case, because I'm using an emulated interface, I can draw the objects on there by using my mouse and dragging my mouse around. If I try to start in a blank spot, I won't be able to do that. We're going to just go in here and create a very quick fortress. Nothing too fancy. And once we have done that, then we will show you how to place other objects onto your screen. And you notice it's not letting me put anything else on there. If you look at can place, I've actually run out of bricks to be placed into different areas, so I'm just going to fill in that last spot. And I'm going to leave it at that for now. Once I've got my bricks into place, I can choose shields. These can be activated to protect an area. They can be activated for the area that they are currently being placed at, or they can be activated for other places as well. And I have a variety of items that I can place onto my screen here. And what I'm going to do is just simply place a few items on the screen. Now, I said something about crafting earlier. If I go over here to the red banner on the far left hand side and I click, I have crafting as one of my skills. I can also buy things if I have the money to buy them and stuff like that. I have various items that I can purchase and I can craft. It tells me what's been crafted, how many that I have, and it says I can complete that right there. Okay, I have 2 of these items that I can work with. I can work with support items. I can work with special items. And if I want to know what each of these do, it's more or less, I can look at their stats and see a little bit more about them. And I can see how much it requires for me to build. Notice I don't have everything I need to build those particular items. Once I have done this, I can go back to my fortress and I can look at and I can say, oh, I got some dragon's fire, whatever that is. And I think I'm going to place it here instead of having the ballista. Now once I'm ready to go ahead and start playing, click Start Battle. And I've got choices. I can do a competitive auto match. If I happen to have friends, I can play a friend, or I can practice. Practice does not use the internet. It does a mock-up mirror of your fortress. If I have friends, I can go ahead and connect to them, or I can do a competitive auto match. Now this requires good connection to the internet, and the last few times when I have tested this feature out, I have not had good connection to the internet. That is not, I don't believe, a problem with the game. It is, however, a problem here at my house because I've had some internet problems. In fact, for the last few hours, my internet has been out and down. So I'm coming into this as quick as I can to get this. What I'm going to opt to do right at the moment is simply use, sorry, squished my head there. I'm going to do a practice. And you'll notice that the tower or fortress on this other side is exactly the same. It's a mirror of what I have. One element that is addition is the little archer down here. If I click on this, it automatically selects the archer for me. I don't have to go up and individually click there. I can click here and select that item. I've never done the dragon's fire, so let's find out what it does. And that's pretty potent, looks like. Now I have to be careful that I don't shoot my own people in the back when I place things. If I am not careful when I pull on the catapults, I can actually overshoot my entire enemy. So I really got to be careful about that.